Well, hello everybody. This is Sheridan Labrat Hall with the Maze Studios, and this is the very first ever episode of the Wrath of Cons podcast YouTube channel. And we are here at Geek Out 6 in lovely Ohio, and I am joined today by Mr.
Joseph Walker, a.k.a. the Joker.
And yes, aka Joker means that he is dressed in some form of the Joker. So tell us a little bit, clearly you're a cosplayer, tell us a little bit about your Joker outfit that you have now. Tell the people a little bit about what your take on the character, because people, it is a little bit different than you're used to seeing on the screen.
Well, currently I am in my steampunk Joker outfit, which has a lot of gears and other things that go in with steampunk. I also geared my makeup towards the clockwork orange rather than your typical Joker. But of course I do have my trademark smile.
Yep.
I have various things on my outfit that are just different. It's hard to explain without saying it.
Well, we will have pictures showing kind of, because instead of, for those of you listening, you notice that this is not necessarily a video, but we will have, in case you guys haven't noticed yet, there are going to be pictures of all of our interviewees today and for the remainder of this weekend that we are here. So, again, Mr. Joseph, as I've said, the Wrath of Cons is about talking about the convention circuit, the convention life, and again, what sets Geek Out apart. But we'll start with, so how long have you been in the circuit of going to conventions?
Well, I've attended conventions for the last 2.5 years or so, but this is actually the first time I have brought some props for people to enjoy, come by and take pictures with, things like that. I have a throne of swords that people would recognize as pretty similar to the Iron Throne, and I have a Clown Prince Mobile, which is an adult-sized go-kart in the shape of something similar to the Batmobile.
And I've run into that, and we'll get a picture of that for this episode and kind of promote yourself with that as well.
Was I doing that? I could not tell.
Okay. Well, and so how long? So you saying that you've been in the circuit? How long have you been dressing as the Joker?
About 4 years, just after my last divorce. It was a pretty good train wreck, so now I'm always smiling.
Hey, isn't that one of the origin stories that they try to push, is that it was a woman or something that made him like that, or at least that's what Heath Ledger tried to make it out.
Oh, come on, it's always a woman.
Always. But no, and that's really cool, and I have to admit I did kind of go through a literal Joker phase with green hair and everything after my divorce. So, yeah, it's amazing how divorce turns people into the Joker.
Guys are always touted as being heartless and cruel, but you really do have to go through madness to find yourself.
Exactly. If it wasn't for that small madness Joker phase, I don't think I'd be where I'm at today, sitting here talking with another Joker fan such as yourself. So, and to kind of wrap this up, the last question I actually have, wrapping up questions, is, so you've been in the circuit for 2.5 years. What would you say sets Geek Out apart from the other conventions that you have attended? Like, what is it that's special about the Geek Out brand that Steve Hannon has put together here?
Well, from the very start, you notice it's nothing like any other convention, because you are literally on a campground that is 30 acres that is by far more than anything I've seen at another Comic-Con. They have events all over the place at various times, so just that alone. I've also never seen someone going pell-mell on a car before at a Comic-Con, which you can actually spend up to 2 minutes, I believe, with a sledgehammer taking down a car.
Yeah, we saw some people here that may or may not have been pushed into a locker in their high school days. I know that if I still had those therapy issues that I needed to see, I would have been up there and it was very Street Fighter-esque too. It when they brought it out, I definitely felt like Honda was supposed to come out and start smashing the heck out of the car.
Yes, they also have LARPing. They have all sorts of different things. So I was really impressed with the scope of the whole outfit.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, this is also kind of like a baby Woodstock, too, kind of techno Woodstock down there in the land of Middle Earth, the big campground they got down there, which we will hear more about from hopefully some other people. So, Mr. Joseph, is there anything else that you'd like to tell to the beautiful fans that may or may not be listening?
Absolutely. Hello out there. And I hope to see you guys out here next year and to some other cons as well. Feel free to come up and say hello if you ever see me out at one of them. And you can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I'll be having my information left with the lab rat here.
Alrighty, and like you said, it will be left with me, and there will be links in the description to both his pages. That way you guys don't have to hunt him down. And so that ends the very first pilot episode of the Wrath of Cons podcast. This is the Lab Rat, signing off.